I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome everybody to another Valoris Tantibus Ravenshade, Session 7, entitled Intervening Divine. When last we left our party, they had a run-in with an old acquaintance, Vic, who told them a little bit about what was going on in the city, about a mysterious woman that his lot seemed to have gotten involved. A little more about her than what it seemed. Something celestial, divine. The party, of course, took the opportunity to go speak with this woman. She spoke of things that have happened, that are happening, and perhaps will happen. The party was able to glean a little bit of information, but when last we left, she was about to give her name. She looks at all of you and says, "In the city, I am known as Lady Hitsune Bayushi. But many other call me by another name." She looks at you, Shizuka, and gives a gentle nod. "Yes, I am their mother. You know my name."
And Shizuka just sits there frozen out the spot, and then he readjusts almost going to a kowtowing position, and then just says, "Forgive my impertinence, Lady Izanami."
"It is all right, my child. I'm actually fortunate you all have shown up when you did. I know you seek Amaterasu, Tsukiyomi, Susano, the Queen of Ravens. I can lead you to one. But first, I ask a small favor, a task. For you see, Valoris and Tantibus is without hope, and I wish to shine a light upon this city. For there is one, and only one person, who is worthy to take up the mantle of righteousness and good. Though she may not think it, she will bring peace and light to this God's forsaken place. And thus, I entreat this task to you. Encouragement. There is a place long forgotten. After the First Age, after the Golden Emperor had built his kingdoms around Valoris, he collected items after securing his everlasting rule, gathered them in a few locales. I know of one such place. A place that will help. Will you undertake this task for me, for the city?"
And Shizuka says, "I shall," while still keeping her head down.
And she in turn will look to the others.
I mean, it seems like it's already kind of along the lines of what we need to do already, so I don't see why not.
It is by helping this one blossom you will end up helping yourselves and the city. I will leave you with time to prepare. Although, don't take long. Return to me in the morning. I will have preparations in place. She turns to the samurai who has been watching guard. Mitsukage, you are charged with escorting them back to their place or anywhere else they may seem to need to go this night. Make sure they get there safely. Mitsukage turns in with a deep bow. Hi. Well then, tomorrow morning, I take my leave. She gets up and walks back out of the room. What do you do?
Shizuka actually sits up and just like, so, and turns to. Wait, are we missing someone from last week?
Naz.
Vic
No.
is still with your group.
Oh, and Vic is still here.
Yeah, and turns to Vic and just asks, "So, did you know what she was, or who she was?"
I think Vic would answer, I had a feeling, but this proves my suspicions.
Is it just me, or do these Celestials seem to need our help quite often?
Let's ask the cleric.
Lol.
I'm coming off of what is theoretically a fake religion, which I'm still not quite sure of the details on how that works, but it's just an interesting observation for somebody so powerful.
There is
I
a
see.
difference between all-powerful and all-knowing.
Let me explain this. While the kami and let's say the Tantibinian gods, just assuming that we may have this wrong, even if they do have like the power to essentially reshape the world, they can't exactly directly intervene. That's why people like you and me are here.
I suppose
We
that's
pledge-
better.
We pledge our service to the kami and carry out what they cannot.
I suppose you may have a point.
That's how I was raised.
Mitsukage will turn to all of you. I'm afraid the hour is approaching late. Shall we be on our way?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Mitsukage will lead you back through the manor, through the streets, and if left to his own devices, will escort you immediately back to your estate. Vic, of course, will part ways, stating he needs to catch, or she needs to catch up her friends on what has transpired.
They need to catch up with their friends. We use non-binary pronouns for Vic.
Not everybody knows. He will, of course, Mitsukage will give a slight bow to you all. I have seen you safely. Unfortunately, my task leads me elsewhere. A small part of me was hoping that the lady would trust you in my charge, but unfortunately, circumstances are different. If I survive, if you survive, perhaps one day, a grand adventure we will have.
Don't worry, we can take care of ourselves pretty well.
Of that I have no doubt, if the stories are true.
Grand adventures sound wonderful, especially after this mess.
Yeah.
He gives a deep bow, turns to Muranaka. I sense a gentle yet strong fire within you. Watch over them.
Me watch over them? Surely you jest.
I jest not. Now, I must take my leave. He turns on his heels and walks off into the night. You guys are left at the steps of your humble estate. All right.
So, what was that about?
Rolls.
Maybe that guy sees something in you? I don't know.
Well, for one thing, you have met yet another god.
Oh,
And one of the mother of our pantheon. Well, the primary pantheon.
so I'm just going to assume from this point on that anyone I meet is going to be a god.
I mean, you're not far off.
I mean,
You're not that wrong.
However, you are in charge of which rooms they can and cannot sleep in.
Dang straight.
All right. So, of course, she said to prepare your things. Anything that you guys wish to do, or is a restful long rest appropriate?
Restful long rest sounds appropriate.
The Department of Redundancy Department.
Oh, my kettle's going off. Be right back.
All right. Boris tends to the kettle. Anything else? If not, we will jump forward.
yeah, I can't think of anything.
Nothing for me.
All right. So,
Well, actually, Shizuka's just going to check in with. Well, no, I forgot. Zendra was moved out. Never mind then. Yeah, there's nothing else.
morning comes. Although the snow is, of course, still gently falling on this gentle summer's day, the morning light is a little bit brighter than it has been the past few days. Perhaps a good omen. You gather your things and head back to the manor. You're, of course, escorted inside. Within the room, you can see the celestial lady seated at the low table, and she's in what you would consider a small ritual as she's preparing tea. She takes small cups, picking them up one at a time, rubbing the rim with a small piece of cloth, rotating it several times, setting it down, and with just delicate grace, starts pouring tea. Please, come sit. Make yourselves comfortable. As you are all seated, she reaches into her yukata and pulls out a small piece of parchment, a scroll. It is tied with a single piece of like string, and places
Of what?
like string. She goes to place it on the table and looks at all of you. A gift of what is to come. Does anyone take this parchment?
Shizuka will.
Oh, okay, you beat me to it.
Okay. Shizuka, you look at the parchment. You have it in your hands. It is fairly delicate. As you can see, it is well worn. The edges are rough and kind of torn. Do you open it?
She does so gently.
Okay. Let's do some of this. Map incoming. You'll probably have to zoom out You can see that the map is well worn. The center seems to be burned away, the portion that you cannot see. I was able to procure this. Hopefully, it is still accurate. I give this as my only advice. This great library, this repository of knowledge, it was once well regarded as well as protected by the peoples of Valoris. Alas, time has not been so kind. A great many things have infested. It is now swelling with evil. Be cautious. Treat it as though every step may be your last. Inside, you will find something that will help. But be careful what you seek, as you must make a choice. Do you seek something to aid, a grand gesture of power, or something to protect, something to embolden ourselves in the fight to come? Come, drink your tea. It is getting cold. And she takes a few sips from her own cup.
Why
Boris
not
will have a
both?
sip.
Fuck it, I'll drink some tea. She
Boris
wanted to
has-
slaughter us. She could easily slaughter us. She is literally a god.
Boris wonders if his Perlapt of sobriety will work against this. If it is poisoned.
Well,
And Shizuka just drinks the damn tea.
we shall see.
We shall see. Okay, I like this answer.
She sees the apprehension on all of your faces.
Makoto's just drinking the tea.
Yeah.
With no apprehension.
And
Same.
Just drinking a tea.
So I think the only apprehensive one is Madison.
again, not,
I'm not apprehensive. I've got the Perlapt, and I've been told that it's apparently going to keep me safe.
not necessarily the apprehension on your face concerning the tea, but also concerning the task ahead.
Yes, that I am a little bit more apprehensive about.
Yes. If you have questions, I will do my best to answer them. However, as I said, time is short.
As Muranaka is kind of finishing up his tea, he will speak up. I have one question.
Yes.
What is your favorite color?
Favorite color.
Red. I rather
Interesting.
enjoy the crimson colors of the world. Such vibrance in life.
Most interesting. Mine is green.
She looks amongst the rest of you. Any other questions?
What's the fastest way here?
Well, you see, the ritual was started well before you arrived, and with every
We're
sip,
already there, aren't we?
with every sip, you come closer to the gates. I offer
We're
one.
already there, aren't we?
I offer one last gift. She pulls a small pouch from inside her yukata and holds it out. Does anyone take it?
I'll take this.
In your hand, it's got a little bit of heft. Inspecting inside, you see small objects. She describes them as essentially what you guys would come to know as fireworks. This is your way out. One for each of you. Know this. Once you have chosen to exit, you cannot re-enter. Any last
Good to know.
questions?
Not from me.
Nope, everything now seems pretty straightforward.
I see. Finish your tea, and you will arrive at your destination. I caution you, not all is as it seems within the great library. And as you guys start to fade out, you hear almost as a whisper, be careful what you take with you. Let the past die. As you guys awaken, you see smooth stone at your sides and directly above you. Down below, you imagine the stonework is also very smooth, polished, almost a marble-like finish, save for the half foot or so of rolling mist that seems to permeate the ground. As you look back, you can see a set of stairs. They seem to descend upwards, but into nothingness. Nothing but a shroud of mist. You guys have the map. I have shared it. You have tokens on the board. Sizing for the map. It is a 10 by 10 square, but I did my best to do it 5 by 5s. It's small, and you guys are on the far, far north.
I am sorry that I keep accidentally spinning people.
It does happen.
And Shizuka.
I do not apologize for repeatedly spinning hell.
That's fine.
And Shizuka just says, so... shall we? She says, looking at the map.
Might want to give that to one of us to lead, given that you're, kind of the faraway shooting things type. Does it list a goal on here?
There's nothing that says much about gold, though I am worried about what's in the south.
It looks like it's the very south big room that we're looking for.
And I have to wonder what these X's are.
Indeed.
Like, these are... like, and she points out the
traps.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're traps, so we might have to... Though, it seems no matter where we go, we are going to run into them.
Well, there's one just ahead of us. We can always test.
Okay, have fun.
Oh, Atherin, where it has the little S right next to Makoto. Is that a hallway or a wall?
You're unsure. You would have to investigate.
Are we in this place?
Yes.
Yeah, we're here now.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm in the little intersection. Is that a wall that I see there?
As you look on the map, it appears to be marked with a small kind of an S shape, but there is no wall there.
There is, when I look up, there's no wall.
So as you inspect, it looks like maybe there was a doorway here at some point, but it is no longer present. It's very difficult. Hallway. It is very difficult to see in here. Even those with dark vision will still be having a hard time seeing. So it would be preferable to have some sort of light source as you guys are investigating.
I'll light up a torch. So you said that is a hallway?
Yes, it appears to be a hallway.
Okay. I only ask because I am used to the age-old notation of S on a map as secret door.
Well, it does sound like it actually had some kind of doorway there. It's no longer in use.
Yes, and as you guys are picking up your bearings or such, several of you entered. Where's Naz?
He didn't drink the tea, did he?
Oh, he drank the tea. He was there. You recall in your minds, but he's missing.
Oh, no.
Damn it, Naz.
Slightly to the left and got clipped into the wall.
He arrived back in Back in Valoris. Back in
He's
Dynax.
tinkering back at the tower.
Wait,
Hey guys, how long have we been gone for?
He wakes up in Dynas and he thinks the whole thing was a dream.
He wakes up in Skyrim.
God.
God damn it.
Just all black.
Right, so
Do we want to check if that's a trap as marked on the map?
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Can we see this this right here?
You can see it on the map. However, you can see nothing on the floor, and you see nothing impeding your way.
Right then.
Give me a sec. I probably have something.
I got this. I got this.
Okay.
Makoto's just gonna summon a javelin and throw it at that spot.
Okay. As you launch the javelin, you hear the tang off of the hard kind of stone floor. You wait with bated breath as nothing happens. A bit of the mist starts to swirl up and around kind of that impact point, but very quickly falls back into place.
All right. So south, or do we turn here? There are some interesting rooms on the rest of the map. Most of these, it lists it as catacombs. Most of these look like they contain, I guess, entombed people. There's some that are in more ornate layouts, and there's a few that are empty.
Boris
the
is
thing that-
going.
Well, the thing that perplexes me is, didn't Izanami say this was a library?
It
She
could be
did.
stacks of books, but it also lists it as a catacomb, a library of people, perhaps.
And each
I'm willing
person
to-
has a lifetime of knowledge.
Yeah,
Why don't we just open up this door over here and take a look? If there
But I
even
like
is
that.
a door there.
There's
this
not.
line of thinking.
It's gone. Oh, you meant on the other side.
I mean, this one right here.
The east hallway is open. You can see down as far as the light will allow you.
It's a torch, which I think is 20 feet, but it could be 30. I'm checking now.
It's 20 bright, 20 dark.
Okay, so 20 feet of bright light, 20 additional feet of dark light.
Correct. So about 4
Or
squares.
dim light. Yeah.
And a square are the red hash marks.
So yeah, it's bright to 2 red hash marks, and then dim to 4 red hash marks. So we can see just before what we imagine is the corner to the right. And then we can we can see into this room if it's open, the one right here.
That is correct.
To our left.
So as you bring the torch around the corner, again, nothing but mist permeates the floor, 6 to 8 inches, just kind of rolling. In that room, you can see what appears to be a sarcophagus. However, it does not have a lid. Instead, you can see the mist just kind of pouring and bubbling out of it as it gently falls at its side, hitting the floors. The torch also lights up what appear to be bookcases on the north and south walls.
Oh, well, that's concerning. Not the
So it's
bookcases.
so it's both. Both the
Yeah.
library.
This is different.
We were informed to be careful what we take from here.
So if anything, let's not take it if we can help it. Yes?
No. No harm in looking, though.
No harm in looking. I'm keeping a very careful eye just around on the mist. If it starts forming into any kind of shape, I'm swinging at it with my quarterstaff.
Understood.
I will guard the door.
I'm also basically guarding the door.
Okay, you guys have free reign to move your tokens as desired.
I
Makoto,
guess.
as you walk in, you can still see the torchlight kind of reaching out into this area. You can get a very close-up look at this sarcophagus. You can't, at this angle, exactly peer down into it, but you can see that thick mist is just very slowly, very deliberately pooling out, kind of mushrooming up and over and falling down to the floor.
I think I can look from this angle.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that.
Okay. In your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just holding it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see very, very detail of the mist. However, you cannot. The light does not penetrate through the mist to see what is at the bottom of this sarcophagus. But you can see at this vantage point, there are some books still left on the shelves.
Man.
So that sarcophagus is fucking deep.
Is what?
So you're saying that sarcophagus is really deep?
The mist and fog is very thick.
Yeah. So even with fire.
Even with fire.
Wow.
Again, you have it in your hand.
Yeah. I guess I'll get a little bit closer, because no one ever said I was a smart person.
With your exceptional hearing, your ears are definitely going to pick up this. You hear the sounds something like...
That's disgusting. And also very concerning.
Alright, summoning a weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my sword
Okay.
Yep.
as I see him summon.
All right. Weapons start to be drawn. The party not knowing what is going on.
What's going on?
A few tense moments hang in the air. Nothing happens.
Can we keep moving?
Hang on. Recall what she said. Be careful with what you take. So, I'm starting to be...
Be careful what you take with you.
I'm starting to believe, as long as we don't remove anything from the rooms, we won't agitate its former owners. I'm starting to get that impression.
Well, whatever that was, it didn't sound like a former owner.
Or its guardian, so to speak.
Are you guys almost done with the room with the creepy noises, or are we gonna stand here for
I'm
a
not
while?
sure. Makoto, do you want to drop your fire and take a closer look?
Drop the fire in there. See what happens.
Yes, and agitate whatever was in there.
They'll be on fire. It won't be agitated for very long. We'll just throw some oil at it and make sure it's even less time.
You know what? I want it on the record. This was not my idea.
Then don't do it. No, then don't do it.
It seems the
Wisdom check.
I mean, this is the first room. Wow.
mom won't
Sure,
notice
I
if I
agree.
take all the cookies.
Fuck it, let's see what happens.
Describe to me what you do.
Just dropping the fire in the sarcophagus to see if anything lights up or...
Okay, and this is a cantrip, correct?
Yes, cantrip.
And doesn't technically do damage, correct?
It does do damage if I hit.
Okay.
It has an attack roll.
Okay. Let's do some of this action. You drop the flame into the sarcophagus. You can see that kind of the whoop, as mist kind of envelops up and out, makes a small little ring. The squirming intensifies for a brief moment. You almost hear shrill kind of shrieks. You can't quite parse out the sound. But other than that, nothing really happens.
Why?
He told me to.
You
All in
have a
favor of
brain,
leaving
don't
this
you?
room, raise your hand.
Yeah,
Else-
Yes,
more
now
than
we
that.
leave.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah, let's
just
get out
back
of here.
away slowly, still face. I'm just gonna keep my facing the sarcophagus as I back away.
Okay.
Have you people never heard of "Don't disturb the dead"?
Makoto, as you
I mean,
as you
the dead
exit
don't
the
make
room,
squishy noises.
make me a charisma save.
Oh God.
Thankfully, I'm good at those.
You did. However, the rest of the party,
Oh, God.
you hear. Oh, you cowards! How quickly you forget me! Several of you immediately recognize the voice. Hal, Shizuka.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
sounded like Lu Bu.
What? Very confused.
It sounded like it came from the sarcophagus.
He's dead?
No, it's magic. It's magic.
What are you guys talking about?
Who?
What the fuck
Yes,
is
what
that?
is this Lubu?
That's old companion.
I heard him too, right?
You did not.
Oh.
And then Shizuka will just turn to Makoto. Did you hear that?
No.
It sounded like Lu Bu was coming from that whatever you dropped.
No,
You
so we've just
stupid
let him on
fox!
fire.
Come face me!
He seems pleasant.
Now even I know that's a little bit racist.
And now and now he called you. And then Shizuka just deadpan. And he called you stupid.
Oh, sweet. Nothing's changed then.
Yeah. But you also
you know,
had to face
you
him.
know what? I'm just gonna take a step back. Hey, you want a drink?
Yes! I think a drink would be most pleasant. Roll initiatives.
God damn it. Spawn of what? Regardless, they look like slimes.
That's not the one I want. Rising out of the sarcophagus, not one but four separate forms. You see the kind of almost like carrion-like crawlings, kind of merging into these humanoid-type forms. It is not Lu Bu, but they look agitated. Boris, keeping your wits about you, you have initiative.
Well, Boris, noting that, not knowing who the fuck Lu Bu is or what the fuck they look like, is going to turn to the rest of the party and be like, "Is that Lu Bu, and can he be reasoned with?"
No
I'm gonna
and
say-
no.
Okay,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if it was Lu Bu, you probably couldn't reason with him.
brilliant. He's all I needed to know. Etsy charges forward with his sword.
Okay.
Someone didn't prepare Flame Strike.
Nope. Flame. What's that? Having spells as a cleric? Who do you think I am?
Oh, I didn't realize we had Corinne in the party.
I know, right?
You draw your sword of pious conviction, and it finds its mark. Roll damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
as you slash across it. No wound appears, but you see a small gash within these carrion-like insects, and some of it starts to spill out onto the floor, kind of filling in little droplets in the mist. It just stares at you with its creepy, almost non-eyes, bugs just staring back at you. What else?
Strange heathenistic things. I'm going to end my turn because I can only take one attack.
All right. So, I guess I need to click. Shizuka.
Yeah, for some reason I couldn't actually click the turn end button.
I forgot to initiate.
Oh.
It's fixed.
Oh shit, we're on round 3 already?
Yeah, totally.
From her part in the back, Shizuka just like rolls her eyes, and she points at the one Boris was fighting.
Okay.
And fires off like 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right, let's do it.
So this is the first one.
Oh, and that
That's a
crit. Oh,
This
that
is the
crit.
damage.
Damn near max damage too.
You fire off your Eldritch Blast. And as you're mid-cast, do you get 2 bolts?
Yes.
Okay. Roll your second bolt as well. Roll your...
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll damage. Roll your second bolt as well. Also a strike. I don't
roll
think you have
damage
it.
again?
You don't have it targeted, but
Yeah. Oops.
that's okay.
And roll damage again.
Yeah, and I'll add the damage manually. Yes. Nice damage. As you cast your Eldritch Blast, the first one strikes with great effect. It kind of slams into this creature. You see a small hole kind of erupt as insects just scurry away. You quickly fill that hole with the second one. But as it strikes, you hear and see small bubbles start to form around the creature. You remember back to what the Nagpa had said. The curse. Anything else?
And no, that's it. Although she is very confused at the bubbles.
Hal. Or Daigo, technically, then Hal.
Daigo is very confused. But regardless, Daigo will do nothing but hide under Shizuka's robes.
All right. Mentally noted. Hal, it is now your turn.
I guess I'm hopping in and doing some hitting of
All right.
things. Alright, so target and attack.
Oh, and you find purchase. 11 points. It's hard not to overextend yourself, almost punching through this creature as just this spray of carrion just goes flying.
Another hit.
Indeed. All right. Some more waylay. Anything else?
What do I want to do? Fuck it, unarmed strike bonus action.
Okay. Also a strike. Seems they're very easy opponents. All right. Anything else? If not, Makoto.
That's my stuff. I'm done.
Is there enough room, like, up here? Me to maneuver? Or are the bookshelves in the way?
The bookshelves are pretty... I mean, you could try to squeeze through. It's going to eat half your movement. Like, it's going to be difficult terrain.
probably not going to be too good on defense either. Well then, Makoto's sword reforms into polearm as he swings at the same thing that Hal did.
Okay. As you thrust forth, hitting your mark, missing Hal. All right. Again, it just kind of pierces through this creature, never actually hitting anything real corporeal.
Well, slashing weapon, but...
fair enough. I just imagine with the range, the reach.
Oh no, I'm still swinging this bitch.
And a death strike. All right. Seems the combined efforts of you and Hal have really put this one on the ropes. However, all is fair.
I'm mildly worried because they're going down a little too easy for them not to just be glass cannons.
I'm feeling the bait, yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
I can smell the bait.
The one nearest Hal lunges forward with a claw attack. Narrow miss. A very bad miss. However, let's see how dexterous this is. Still a success. One second. Make sure. All right. So, Hal, one of the kind of carrion crawlers on this creature's body just leaps out towards you. You're definitely able to skirt to the side.
All right.
All right.
That's concerning.
4. Nope. Boris, you've got all eyes on you.
Lovely.
Multi-attack.
Oh dear.
The first claw. Miss. Second claw. Just as bad as the first. However, let's see if you're as deft as your friend.
I can smell the bait. Where is it?
You are not. This creature, small, innocent-looking creature, leaps off of its body, lands near your collarbone, and finds its way, wiggling deep inside your armor. First, you feel a small prick. But that is a precursor of what is to come. You feel dark magics pouring into you. Just one. All right, so for the first, you see these creatures start to swirl around on Cuse 1. It starts to deform. You can see it just kind of mold into the misty grounds. Re-emerging. Muranaka. It comes up, rising from the ground with a claw attack, but apparently you were prepared. First strike, miss. Critical fail. However, a small insect launches itself at you, but you're able to dodge to the side. Next creature. It also disappears. Reappearing behind you Makoto. Claw. Claw. Oh, that's a strike. Slashing you for all that it has. Another insect. However, you were able to dodge this side. Muranaka, it is now your turn.
All right.
Okay, half on save.
Figure out how to do this. How to do attacks. Got. Oh, here we go. Actions. There it is. Of course, I don't have my. Fists. Is the. Let's see. Okay, I want. Find. Unarmed. Let's see. Wrong. Through. Oh, I am not used to this.
It's okay. We can help you through it.
Alright, where do I go grab things, drag it? Character sheet.
Are you looking for a weapon?
Yes.
So, like, items? Item tab? I can also do a search and drop it for you.
I need my unarmed strikes.
I don't know if unarmed is in there.
Under actions, I would click the button in the bottom right, and then hit add weapon.
There we go. Unarmed strike. Okay.
You got it. And then you just need to add the damage to it. It's probably, what, a D3 plus strength?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, D3, right.
Wow, thanks. I'm trying to edit it. Okay, that was the...
If you need to add damage dice, just drag your actual dice into the little window for what dice you want for it.
It didn't work.
That didn't work?
Work. Okay, I can call it ranged. Alright, screw it, we'll do it live!
Do it live!
Alright, so I'm gonna basically drop my bow. I'm going to unarmed strike this guy.
Okay.
Because holy crap, he's really close.
Indeed.
Let's see, target.
Are we about to see an overdrive?
Okay. How do I target him?
So, here's what I always recommend. Click on your token,
My token.
and then control left click the target that you want. Just like that.
Okay, I think it worked.
Indeed.
Okay, first unarmed strike.
And that is a hit.
So,
Oh, it's rolling in the dice tower. It's really weird.
oh, that was probably my fault.
Okay.
Okay, so just make sure I got this right. Plus attack and damage. So this will be +4.
All right. I will manually add that to 1. All right, recorded. You have multi-attack?
Yeah, here comes the second unarmed strike. Which I guess I just clicked.
Mm-hmm. Right, double click. There you go.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, that's
Oh.
a crit.
Bang.
Roll that damage.
Plus 4.
Okay. So you punch it once, like maybe like a quick jab, and you feel a little bit of resistance as you strike against this kind of chitinous shell. But the second punch, it was satisfying. You heard the full kind of crunch of several of these insects as you make your impact, and you can see it kind of almost divot in on this body. Awesome.
Is it dead or is it?
No, I typoed there. It is not dead, no. But
Okay.
a good strike. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a key point to do my flurry of blows.
Alrighty.
So yes, it was Sunlight Yellow Overdrive.
Oh dang.
It's,
Wow, that actually
it's
hit.
still, these things are incredibly easy to hit. Perhaps that's
Okay,
not
so-
their true danger.
That plus 4.
Okay.
That plus 4.
Okay, add another.
I will try to figure out.
All right,
try to
recorded.
figure out how to-
And we are back at the top of the order. Boris, you can feel that insect squirming around within your armor.
With a grunt, he raises his holy symbol up and casts. Wait, can I just click?
Constitution save. Success. What happens?
That's not just supposed to be aimed. That is 1d6 radiant damage to everyone or to anything around.
Okay. In the future, just target the ones that it hits. 'Cause-
Technically, I can't target the thing that is also on me.
Huh?
What?
Oh, yeah. Aside from that, but
Okay.
you're hitting how many other targets?
Let's see, 5 feet. So the 4 and 2.
Is it
got-
targets you
Gotcha.
choose?
So
or just-
we're gonna do this. Hold
Each
on.
creature of your choice that you can see.
Okay.
Oh, that you can see? You're not gonna target.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hold
I
on
might not
a
be able to-
second. We're gonna do this. 2. Are you targeting 3 and 1?
I can't target either of them. They're
It would be 4 and 2.
it's
right
only
in
4
front
that
of-
I can
Oh,
hit.
Right in
okay.
front of Boris
So
and myself.
make that same roll your damage.
Yep. Let's see. 5th level 2d6. That's 2. 2d6.
Is there any modifier on top of that?
That it's radiant damage.
Okay.
Must succeed the Constitution saving throw.
It did. So it takes half of that?
Yes.
Ouch. Now, I've already got you targeted 2. Roll your attack, your cast again. We'll see if it saves.
So.
I
target-
already.
I didn't realize that you had done that. My
Yeah,
bad.
go ahead. And it
Sorry.
also succeeds. So let me adjust these
Okay.
real quick. 2 points of radiant damage. And we'll describe what happens here.
Boris is, for the record, struggling to get whatever it is under his armor off.
Okay.
Hence why he cast that, because he's just like, this is AoE.
No problem. So this is what you are going to notice. Although it wasn't a ton of damage, you can see these carrion-like insects start to squirm and speed up and spin and just almost you can start to see some of the gaps within these two creatures. Anything else?
The gaps. Let's see. Casting time, 1 action, so I can't technically do anything else. Nope. That is it. Moving on.
All right, so we are at Shizuka Daigo.
Okay. So we've got these bug things. One of them is literally eating Boris alive. And the others... And the one in front of us. So first thing first, she's actually going to step back, like, behind Muranaka.
Okay.
And... she's going to cast... Well, hang on. Which one is this at? Use 1. She's actually going to change aim at this one.
Okay.
How do I get rid of the 25-foot one? How do you delete a line? Oh, there we go.
Control click. Target.
And she's going to fire her Eldritch Blasts into this one. So, beam 1.
You have a plus 12 on that?
I have a... Oh, I'm supposed to have a plus 8.
Yeah, it's an 8.
And damage?
Yep. Solid strike. 6 points of force damage.
And this is the second beam. And here's the damage.
And 10 points of damage. Nice. A quick wombo combo. Slam, slam. How's it looking on health? Not the best. But definitely offering a little bit of breathing room for Muranaka. Anything else?
Daigo's going to run back. And this time, hopping on her shoulder, Daigo's going to cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
In the area between 1 and 3.
Okay. Between
So
1
pretty
and
much-
3. So, a colorful display of lights fill up the area. You can instantly recognize that these creatures pay no attention to it.
Daigo just gives Shizuka the best "I tried" look and continues hiding.
Fair enough. Hal,
Yep.
the creature
I'm
before
going
you is
to-
just squirming and writhing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Think I'm still targeting it? I am indeed.
Oh, that
Oh,
crit.
that's a crit.
Which is then damage.
Not bad. It is
All right.
not looking good.
Max.
Second strike.
Oh god, I thought that was gonna be another crit.
I thought so too, but a solid hit. For a decent amount of damage.
Still not dead. Damn.
It is just hanging on. You can see bugs just starting to drip and fall off of him.
I'm gonna do a flurry of blows and do 1 strike on it.
Okay.
At first, that's a hit, which
Indeed.
is then. If it
And
okay, it dies.
just enough as the insects just scatter as it literally loses its semi-corporeal shape as it just rains bugs down to the floor.
I'm gonna do my second unarmed strike at the one in front of Boris.
Give him the circle kick.
Bringing
Nice.
that foot around Chuck Norris style to the insect face. You smack it. You see some of the bugs slide over and fly into the bookcase that is very close as they kind of splat and slide down. Very good. I think that brings us to Makoto.
Yeah, and I need to burn some key. Because of that.
All right, so you already noticed I hellish rebuke this thing, right?
I did. It did not like it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
How
Well,
about
you know what? I'm gonna make it stay a little bit worse. I'm a hexa bitch. Going in.
All right, you bring your Naginata to bear. Slice. Ooh. As you just kind of rip through its insect-like flesh, just tears apart. Follow-up strike is successful. Ugh. Just the 1-2 kind of punch from this just really sends it reeling.
And just a quick flourish with spitting the Naginata.
Nice. Lubu would be proud. However, it is now their turns again.
Not the face.
This one, what is its stat? Yeah, it's terrible. It has no idea. Going to continue to waylay on Boris. First attack. A miss. Thankfully, because its attacks are deadly, such as this. Ooh.
Ow.
You feel those effects. However, you get a little concerned when...
I would like to sentinel strike it, by the way.
Okay. Go right ahead. As one of it kind of the insects right above where its eye would be, it starts to kind of squirm as it leaps forward at you. Oh, but you were successful this time. You knew it was coming. All right.
Is the one that is under my armor still there?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Boris is gonna catch it in his hand or in his talon.
You
Just
can
crush it.
on your turn. However,
Okay.
first
No, the one that I dodged.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, you just like, haha, I knew that was coming.
It's like I knew that was coming.
So you squeeze it in your hand and you feel a small pang as another incision is made within your armor. 8 points of necrotic. Moving on. There's one. Continue its onslaught against Muranaka. No bow in hand. First claw.
I will beat the snot out of you.
It finds its mark.
Ow.
Raking across your bald head.
Nobody touches the head.
Second attack. Unfortunately is a miss, but his little friend is going to come out and play. However, you're able to dodge. Kus 3. Continuing its attack on Makoto. First claw. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, that's a hit.
It is. And he probably is not going to like that. Ow.
Oh.
Oh, that concentration, though.
Oh.
That concentration. All right, so he slashes you once. Twice.
Wow, Wow, these dice really turned around on me.
They did,
Like
indeed.
I said, there was the bait. Now we see it. Where it's only like the first room, and we're one of our heavy
Two
hitters.
claws.
It wasn't even bait. It was, don't piss off the thing in the sarcophagus.
No,
Did I not say that?
It's fine. Everything's working out for the DM. As the claw comes down, a second claw comes down. An insect gently jumps in your direction, Makoto. Let's see. Oh, sad day. Muranaka.
The return of Muranaka. This time I am ready.
Blood dripping down your brow as you square against your enemy.
I imagine he's getting really kind of mad now.
Oh,
As, like the vein on his forehead just pops out. He says, "I will show you my power," or something. I don't know. He's just very angry. Can't really think straight.
That's awesome.
Just beating the heck out of this thing.
Let's do this.
I'm just thinking 1 second. How do I want it? Yeah, I'll just fight it.
Okay.
Just punch it.
Okay. Make sure you. I had untargeted for while I was.
I think he's targeted.
He is now. I manually untargeted while we were messing with your macros. But a 9. Let me check their AC. Actually, Muranaka, you have a reason to be pissed. I think you're the first one to miss in combat.
Well, he's kind of entered sort of a blind rage.
Oh yeah. Let's see what happens next.
Let's throw out my second attack.
Oh, this one lands. Another 7 blunt as you just slam into this creature.
And then I will use my bonus action to attack with the martial arts as well.
Oh, and you find purchase as you bring your foot around. Smack. Bugs and insects are flying off. How dare he make you bleed your own blood?
How dare you!
I think we're at the top of the order. Boris. Again, you still feel that creature wiggling around in your armor.
Boris is going to shout that one of the fucking things is on him. Before you know what? No, more sword.
Okay, more sword.
More sword is the answer.
Targeted. And a strike.
And I am going to add on.
Uh-oh. Okay. So an additional 4 thunder damage. As your sword slices into this opponent, a small flash and a spark of lightning. Anything else? Bonus actions?
I believe I can actually cure myself a little bit with bonus action.
Might be
1 second.
preferable.
Let's see. Bonus action. Here we go.
And then Shizuka Daigo, you're on deck.
Oh god damn it! I forgot to deselect.
As you heal your targets.
I don't know. Maybe this runs on Final Fantasy II zombie logic.
Stop.
You mean Final Fantasy zombie logic in general?
Or yeah.
All right.
14 and 11 are literally. I
They're
think
the only
14
ones
is
that
literally
doesn't
the
work.
only one where you can't heal the undead to death.
All right, hit points adjusted.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Don't you get your modifier with healing word or no?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Which
damn it.
is what?
My modifier is +4.
I'm gonna be honest. How do you still not have
Healed.
that working right?
I have it working on fucking Cure Wounds.
Shizuka, Daigo.
I forgot to change it on Healing Word.
Okay. So
All your spells should just automatically have wisdom added to them. I don't know why.
Makoto is like, "You're the worst cleric I've ever heard of," and Boris is like, "At least you
But
heard
you
of
have
me."
heard of me.
But you have heard of.
Also, no, he is not the worst cleric I've ever heard of.
No,
he's really not.
Shizuka.
Same for a second. It worked before, so it'll probably work again. Eldritch Blast the thing in front of us.
All right, let's do this. That's a strike.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Still a hit.
Yep. And then second shot.
Also a hit. Oh, the dice are not kind to you tonight.
And just go scream, just die already!
Anything from Daigo or movement?
Daigo will attempt to cast... Yep. Confusion on this spawn. So... Unfortunately, like, I can only drop the effect.
That's fine.
Did it post?
No, we're waiting on your toaster to load.
No, here's the thing. I grab the dragon thing and I drop it. I don't know why it takes forever and I have to just load it.
Because I believe Toaster was mentioned.
The toaster was a comment about your computer.
Yeah, I get it. My computer's a piece of shit.
It's fine. I'm just making light. Oh, it's on Daigo. Oh. What's the spell? Confusion?
Yep.
Oh. It helps if I click on spell and not skill. Okay, so confusion is... What's the DC they have to make? Wisdom?
Yep.
Target?
It's spawn of Q's number 1.
No. What's the target number? Sorry.
1.
What's your spell save DC?
Thank you.
What is your spell save DC, Riz?
That's what I'm trying to find.
8 plus modifier.
Which is charisma, so
Plus
8,
proficiency.
10.
13.
It fails. So on its turn, we'll do a rolly number.
Yep.
Awesome. How?
Gonna keep hitting, I think.
It's worked thus far.
Yeah. It's going so far. Cool. I still hit.
Nice. Bringing it into critical condition.
Again.
Somebody call a doctor.
Oh shit, I didn't roll an attack on
Roll
that
the
one,
hit.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, still strike.
You're so confident that you hit that you rolled.
No, I dragged the wrong thing.
No,
That's okay.
Strike. Come on, kill it. Yes.
Boom. Fist. Or, sorry, quarterstaff. Kick to the face.
And then I'm gonna move here. Actually, I'm gonna move here, so I'm in range of both of them.
Nice. Key point?
No, I'm not using a key point. I'm just moving there for the
Makoto.
sake of Sentinel.
Well, I am out of spell slots, so...
That warlock life.
Yeah. God, I can't believe I rolled a nat 1 on concentration.
That does suck.
You know what? I am going to take a step back.
Attack of opportunity?
Yeah, that's the thing that would probably happen.
Yep. that will happen, and Sentinel will go off as well.
Okay, I was about to say, can I Sentinel attack after an attack of opportunity? on an attack of opportunity, which I guess I can.
Oh, god damn. Oh. I saw the high roll and I was like, oh,
that's
god damn it.
me. I rolled the wrong die, but I'm just gonna say fine.
Oh, god damn it. You still hit me. Yeah, fuck you.
Ooh. Produce flame, revenge. Nice. How does that go down?
Makoto's just stepping back, prepping to throw fire, and as he gets knocked back by the claw, he's just like, you just kind of see a fire in his eyes, like, you know what? No. Fuck you. Just chucks the thing right at its stupid fucking face.
Amazing. You hit it squarely with this fire. It starts to dance up and down. The insects on its body just start to writhe in agony. Well played. Anything else?
Aside from wishing that I could disengage as a bonus action, no.
Here's the unfortunate part. He is going to move forward. Somebody's already spent their reaction.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's okay.
Whatever.
It'll be okay. First one is a miss. That is a strike. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. 13 points as it comes scratching across you. And a little insect, buddy. You were able to dodge.
I will show you pain!
And the Cuse, of course, he had moved. We had already done the opportunity. So he's going to continue on fighting Makoto. First attack. Oh, it lands. You're not getting away so easily. 9 points. Putting you into a critical state. Follows up with a second claw. Also a strike. 10 points of damage. Kodo, how you looking there, buddy?
I think I could still make this deck save.
Let's see. And you did. We leave Makoto all kind of bloody and bruised. We flip over to Muranaka, who's got his own friend to contend with. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one thing. Boris, you didn't do anything about that insect, did you?
Not yet.
No, you didn't, did you?
Well.
So let's do just 1 second. I gotta. She feels.
I have a feeling I know where this is going. I'm not happy about it.
Small prick again. Whatever that thing is inside your armor, it just has unfettered access. Ooh, for 6 points of necrotic. Sorry, now you, Muranaka.
That's okay, I was just going to blindly punch fists at this guy anyways.
Fist punching like a champ.
I approve. The monk approves.
I cast fist.
Cast fist. Actually, I think I'm going to do something interesting here. First, I'm going to attack it. One punch.
One punch man.
Because I'm anger.
All right, 5 points.
And then I'm going to attempt by replacing one of my attack actions with a shove.
Okay.
I'm going to shove it south 5 feet.
Interesting. Most interesting.
Here's hoping it works.
Right. I believe that's... All right. Let me roll it. Let's see. I believe the defender has to roll athletics, correct? Or is it...
Athletics or acrobatics?
Okay, so
It
they
just
get a
works
choice.
grapple.
Let's see.
Are
I'm
you
just...
grappling the swarm of bugs?
No,
I'm shoving
shove.
it down.
Oh, okay.
As I don't have the skill, I am going to roll off my strength. Interesting. Muranaka, you punch, and you find kind of that meaty insectoid body. You bring your other arm up and just almost slamming 2 for 1. You push this creature back 5 foot. You hear a click, and the creature disappears.
Wait, what?
This is why we check things by not throwing things at them. This is why I use a bag of stones.
So we should have used the bag of stones to drop into the wiggling massive insects.
No, drop one to the trap.
Oh.
That's clearly marked on the map, but that we tested by throwing a magical javelin at it.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you.
Anything else, Muranaka?
Would I have enough actions left to pick up my bow, or would I have to just wait till the next round?
No, you can absolutely pick it up.
Alright, I'm gonna pick it up and very angrily start, reaching back into my quiver
Okay.
as I'm preparing to shoot next round.
Boris.
Boris
Squirmy,
has finally had
squirmy,
enough of
squirmy.
this. Yeah, Boris has finally had enough of this fucking thing. He gets his breastplate off to try and grab at it.
Okay. So, since you have that modified armor that was specifically designed to do so, you're going to have enough action economy to rip off your breastplate and just start kind of reaching around in the small kind of padded tunic or whatever you have underneath, and you catch this small little creature and just... I imagine you probably just smash it where it is.
Yeah, he just smashes it into the wall.
Okay, yeah, you kind of reach
it off
down,
and smash it.
grab it, and you slam it against probably the bookcase that's standing right near you. A small splatter of kind of a greenish black bile on the bookcase.
Ugh.
At least it's not going to sting you.
I don't like the at least.
Well, you're also now not wearing armor.
Indeed.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
That is true as well, and unfortunately that you were able to do this because you could remove that armor. Had you been in your a natural full suit, yeah, you would have had to have help.
Been there for a little while.
Indeed. So now we're back up to Shizuka Daigo.
Shizuka will walk down and just go to Muranaka. How are you feeling?
That other guy's gone already?
Okay, good.
Or was that a
No,
question?
He's just very angry, probably blood still spurting from his head, streaming down his face. There's a vein, on his head that you can clearly see. And he's just reaching back for his quiver, kind of trying to grab something very hastily, not smooth about it at all. He's pretty much not paying attention to you.
All right, good description.
Good talk. As she just points over his shoulder, her fingers crackle as another bolt of eldritch energy just shoots forth.
Nice.
Pew pew.
Oh, and a hit. Not bad damage.
Is it still alive?
It is. It
Yeah.
is indeed. It's
Second
barely
shot.
hanging on. Oh, almost that critical.
Come on.
Oh,
Really funny.
it is barely hanging on.
And at that point, Daiko's just going to attempt to entangle it.
Okay.
It's a spell, dropping it on the chat bar. Give it a while to toast. Basically, I need a strength check versus my spellcasting plus ability.
Ooh, I rolled
Yeah, you're
really
fine.
good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sorry. It happens. Strength is one of their good ones.
I've noticed.
Clearly. All right. So I think we're on to Hal.
Hal moves over, on his way over, gives Muranaka a high five for killing the other one.
Nice. Just go ahead and describe that as this creature looks worse than Makoto. Coup de grace.
And then I'm going to just bring my foot down and just start stomping on the bugs.
Nice. Unfortunately, you can't see the goo and the mess that's been made on the floor as the mist is still pouring up and out of this sarcophagus.
I'm all right with that.
But we are now officially out of combat. You guys have moved about 7 squares.
In 2
Makoto
hours.
is not looking so good. Boris looks about the same as he always does, which is not looking so good. Even
Boris
Muranaka
never looks good.
has taken quite a bit of damage. So let's contemplate our next actions over just a quick 10-minute break. Let's be back at 10 after. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. I think some of you are bruised and bloody.
Someone should do something about that.
Yeah, I've got some healing spells. You all want some healing?
I mean, I'm fine. I took literally no damage in that fight and got 11 temporary hit points from all 3 of the things that I killed. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack, but like... You know. Living
It's
that
the little
life.
thing. It's the little things.
Yeah, yeah. Also, good job on that other one, Maranaka.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize you were like literally near almost dead.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Lols.
Makoto's just bleeding profusely, but he just dust himself off. I'm fine.
I'm fine. Here, let me help you with that real quick. After making sure that this has the fucking... It doesn't. Wisdom. There we go. Let's see. That's not what I went to hit. Although I guess that works. Everyone gets a 6 out of that. And I didn't target myself, but I would get 6. And you need some actual fucking healing. Not a healing word.
Awesome.
Your wounds.
A little bit. Does the party wish to do a short rest?
I don't know. Do we wish to do a short rest?
That might be a good idea.
A short rest might be a good idea.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right. So, anything that you guys wish to do before the short rest?
Not particularly on my part. I can keep watch for the short rest because I will not be taking one.
Okay.
I don't need one.
Yeah, you didn't use key, did you? No, you didn't.
I used 1 key, but I have 8, so I think I'll be okay. I could and get the key back. Fuck it. I'll take a short rest and get my key back. Why not?
That's not the roll I wanted to
That is not the die you wanted to roll.
Let's not start rolling death saves here. All right, everybody, let's take a short rest. Make a death save.
God damn it.
All right, so
How do
I will.
heal?
I can adjust it there, Muranaka. If you want to roll the. Okay.
Huh. Oh, okay. Oh. The wounds kind of threw me off again.
Oh, because it counts up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at like 30 to... I'm like, I didn't know I was hurt so bad.
All right, so you guys steel yourself for the next hour as Hal kind of keeps watch. Nothing of note really transpires. You'll hear the occasional sounds echoing through the chambers. Short gusts of wind, scraping of perhaps bone or steel, echoing voices, the normal. You guys are left in this chamber. The mist over the next hour starts to recede. You can see into the bottom of this sarcophagus. Two things. You find what appears to be a small kind of satchel, as well as a lever inside.
You want to take a look at the satchel, Hal?
Not particularly. Do you want me to? Because I will, but given what came out of there and the fact that it almost slaughtered us all.
Didn't nearly slaughter you.
Well, nearly slaughtered basically everybody else.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Do you want me to look at the satchel?
I figure you'd be less likely to cause shit to go wrong than I would.
Alright, back up. In case it explodes.
Okay.
How? I'll look at the satchel.
You reach your hands in, or maybe your quarterstaff,
Yeah.
and kind of loop it around and pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
As it crests the top of the sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, put me down!
Oh, god damn
Oh,
it.
god damn it.
Oh, not you again!
How did you get here?
Do you think I know?
You all know this bug.
Yes, it was
Unfortunately.
That large, smelly one, he's always setting me down in odd places. This doesn't look like a tavern.
It's not.
This is
Oh, very
both a
perceptive.
both a crypt and a library. Would you like us to come with us until we potentially run into Lubu again?
Well, let's see. Stay here and do nothing, or go with you lot again.
Can Muranaka hear this?
Oh, yeah. The satchel
Okay.
is talking.
He probably doesn't know it's a satchel because he's not looking there. He says, honestly, that's a pretty tough choice.
Who the hell's this one?
He's new.
Hello,
The smart
my name
one.
is Muranaka.
He is the smart one.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Also, between everyone here, he's probably the most sane.
Oh. Can that one hold
For
me?
now, at least.
Can
Sure.
that one hold me?
Like, hey, Mornaka, would you like a talking bag?
Why not? I mean, I've seen crazier stuff. Me.
And she just takes it and hands it over to Moranaka.
I'll hand it over to Muranaka and like, here you go.
All right. As you
It's your problem now.
as you grasp hold of this handy haversack, it says, "Oh boy, you smell like the dwarves.
Oh, and what do dwarves smell like?
You."
Well, I can't argue with that.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, so
Well,
where
you
we?
didn't warn me, so
Where
I
are we
can
going?
say it all I want.
So where are we
By
going?
the way, I have a few questions.
Is
I
one
do
of
as
them
well.
his favorite
Like,
color?
where the fuck did you find a talking
First
bag in the
off-
first place?
What is your... Do you have a name?
Oh, I don't know if anybody's ever asked my name before.
Well, it would be important if I were going to call you something or tell you to shut up or something important.
Huh? Maybe you should give me a name.
How about... Tsunade?
Tsunade.
Isn't that a girl's name?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I like it.
Alright, from now on you are Tsunade the Talking Bag.
Great.
Oh god, they're getting along.
I will call you Sue for short.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
I suppose that is only fair.
What's your favorite color?
I was going to ask you that same thing.
That is just of all the
just-
Did we
places.
just become best friends?
Of all the places. And the
My
conversation.
favorite color is green. What is yours?
Oh, I kind of like that dark one.
There are a lot of dark ones. Which one?
The really dark one.
Black?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good color.
So the conversation goes on for a while. Not quite sure who is more sane, Muranaka or Tsunade, the handy haversack.
Oh, that's. I rolled the wrong thing there. Hold on.
You know, I never thought I would be talking to a bag today.
Well, to be honest, I didn't expect this either. I guess it beats a cupboard.
A what?
A cupboard.
Cupboard.
Yeah, it's where you put things. Cubs.
I know what it is. I just do not understand the joke.
It's where we found. It's where we found him the first time.
Okay, now I understand the joke.
And Muranaka and the haversack just have a good laugh. Moving on.
Internally, like,
Broken
Shizuka's just going, I think we made a mistake.
Probably.
No, this is fine.
Inside, there's still
Boris
like.
leans over to Makoto's like, I think we broke Muranaka already.
Never say we never gave you anything. Inside that
I
sarcophagus.
think Muranaka's having the time of his life.
Oh,
talking to the
I
bag.
fully imagine so. Inside the sarcophagus, there is, of course, that single metal lever.
I feel like it's a metal lever. This seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is it like connected to the floor, or is it just like a lever just there?
It's at the bottom of the sarcophagus. It probably attaches to something.
So we should keep moving into this place towards a different room instead of fucking with this lever.
Probably.
Is what I think. But also, do we want to pull the lever?
No.
I'm tempted.
You're
Guys,
already.
Tsunade,
You
Last
do you know
time we
anything
were-
about that lever.
Last time we were tempted to do something, it almost got you killed. So if you want to almost get yourself killed, go for it. I'm standing back here.
Makoto, what happened to you? You used to be the smart one.
Hey, Tsunade, do you know anything about that lever?
There's a funny thing about levers.
Oh, what's that?
If you pull on them, they move.
Fascinating.
I know.
I'm going to turn to everyone else and says, sorry guys, he does not know anything about the lever.
Hey, I just got here.
It's fine.
So, yes or no?
I
I'm
will
going to
just
say
keep a
no.
mental note of it
Okay.
and move.
All right. Where's the next destination?
So, given that the X right below us turned out to be a trap, we looked through and found a route that has no traps to the very back room, and technically speaking, anywhere in the place. As far as we know.
Is there one?
Yeah. So if we take the S path, so the right path
Okay.
from the entrance, go down to the second room on the left from facing down that hallway. So the one with the 4 pillars in the corners. And then leave through the other door. Follow that path all the way down to the end. It takes us to a hallway.
So, what the DM hears is Hal is taking point. Go ahead.
Is that what's happening, guys?
Yes.
I guess.
Okay, I'm going to be searching for traps along the way.
Okay.
Preferably with perception, if that is an option.
Duly noted.
Okay. Let me know if and when I should make any rolls.
Oh, you're fine. Just you can move. As you round this corner, you're going to see a single wooden door that appears to lead into another antechamber. Do you wish to stop to investigate?
The one right in front of me?
Yes.
Guys, are we checking out this next door or no?
Makoto shrugs.
Anybody?
I mean, there's
Why
no
not?
harm looking inside as long as we don't throw fireballs, right? What do you think, Tsunade?
I don't know. Can't we just leave and go to a tavern?
Oh, not yet. We can later.
Oh. I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I am
Okay.
kind of hungry,
hey, by
though.
the way, what's inside of you?
Oh my god, you can't just ask what's inside someone.
Huh.
Phrasing.
I don't know. I feel the bag starts to shift ever so slightly. I think it was a part of a chicken.
What?
Really? Can I see?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn him upside down and open him out. Open him up.
As you shake the contents out, a small glass bottle hits the floor and shatters. You see
Oh, I hope that wasn't important.
few small objects roll out, catching a brief glimpse before they are enveloped by the mist on the floor. You think, yeah, probably some of them were a couple bits of bone, a few odds and ends of metal, a stick. That's about it. Now I'm really hungry.
All right, hold still. I'm going to put my mess kit and my bedroll inside.
Okay. He gladly accepts it.
Is that better?
That'll do.
All right, we'll get some more at the tavern later.
So, are we checking the door or not?
As long as, like, if we,
Check the door.
yeah, and if we hear something that's wriggling, we don't irritate it.
Alright,
She
I'm
shoots at the
gonna
later.
check the door.
Hal, you're checking the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if it appears trapped at all.
Okay.
Before
Make
opening
a perception.
Okay. Perception.
As you're checking the door, you're not noticing anything really in the way of traps. But what's truly going to kind of garner your attention, you hear the faint sounds of chanting, as though a prayer is going on inside. There are a few voices that you hear. It's hard to make out the words, but it sounds like an older male is perhaps talking down to or at a small child.
Weird. I relay this quietly to the rest of everybody, and that's from inside this room.
That is correct.
Are we going in or no?
Can you make out the words?
No, not really. Is it? Do I make out any of the words?
It's hard to make them out. It's almost as though they're being obfuscated.
Do I recognize the language at all, or no? Not enough to.
Faintly enough, it reminds you of common.
Okay, it's common, but I can't hear. Do we want to?
No one else hears that, even those with exceptional gifts.
Do we want to try to take a look inside? It might be more fighting.
You're being baited.
Okay, yeah, let's keep moving then.
Keep going.
All right, moving down to the next hallway, you can see that kind of squiggle mark on your map.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't appear to be much of a doorway. As you look inside, you see kind of a blanket of mist in the room and small pockets of a reddish purplish light in the four corners. But that's not what truly, again, garners your attention. You see a woman. A woman dressed in the accoutrements of a knight. However, their breastplate has been removed. And you can only see the back side. But what truly disturbs you is you can see through the hole in this woman's chest as she's kind of looking about the room, picking up small bits and almost bringing them to her upper torso.
Oh.
Anything? Is there something I could roll to some kind of knowledge to know what this is?
What it is, you're not sure. But from all appearances, it appears to be Lady
Cedra.
Astul.
Oh, so we're being baited again. Okay, what? Where do we want to try to sneak through?
Hal? Is that you? Help me! Help!
It's not real, but we need to move.
You can see this woman pick up another bit as she turns towards you. You can see the blood kind of gushing out of the socket that was once containing her heart. You can see the metal entrapments around it. She's picking up bits of cog and metal and trying to force them inside.
Help me!
That's worrying.
Oh, god damn it.
Do we go through or around?
Go through.
I start making my way through the room
Okay.
to the exit.
Please. I don't have much time.
The lights in the room, again, are pulsating red and purple. Hal, you get to the area on the map. Everywhere else you have been able to pass through, but you meet a wall.
So it's trial. Can I try to look for it?
Is that you? Did you bring a cleric?
Hal, perception.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, can I look for a secret door? Which I assume is here.
As you examine the wall, it is of the same smooth marble-like surface. You do not see any slits or anything that would give way to a door or passage.
Okay.
Jessica, don't stand there. Help me.
And like Shizuka actually like freezes up at like when she's mentioned her name. Like she actually looks like she's about to go run in.
There should be a door here. Makoto, there should be a door here, but I can't find it.
Boris is going to just hold out his arm towards across Shizuka.
Mhm.
Just say and tell her to leave it.
Question for DM.
Answer for player.
Could I have Daigo make a roll to see like he disbelieves this?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay.
Master.
Hmm?
I know it's not real, but It is.
So in other words, like she would have been the one to just like bite her and like snap her out of it.
Well,
We have to help her. Is this my fate? Do you not believe in the kami? She grabs another piece of machina, jams it into her chest. You can see she's almost causing more harm than good.
So while Hal and whoever else is trying to work on the door,
Boris is. Oh god.
Daigo, like, she'll actually encourage Daigo to cast Dispel Magic on the area.
Okay.
Drop the tag. Give it all to toast.
Alright, dropped it there. Magical effect, spell save DC. Alright. As Daigo starts to cast the spell, the orbs start undulating a little bit faster. Why? Why have you forsaken me?
And you like, Hal, any luck on the door?
is anybody going to try to help me? No? Cool. I'm still looking.
And like,
And
Hal, at that
Boris
point,
is gonna turn-
she is annoyed. She looks at Hal like, is that where the door is? And she points to where Hal is looking.
It should be.
Fireball.
Jesus.
Do
it.
So I'm in the radius of a fireball. Fun. Does that beat your save, I assume?
Well, meta magic, careful spell, fireball.
You kind of have to designate that
I know.
before you say it.
Well, it doesn't matter. You made the save.
Yeah,
I made the
you're
save,
fine.
so no damage, but like...
So pretty much she just tries to blow up this area.
Perfect. As you guys see the arching fire rocket towards the door, it fizzles out, leaving a small arcane mark. You see Zendra almost pulled close to the center of the room. And see if I can do this. Wrong one.
God says Shizuka, I meant help me look for the trigger mechanism.
Also wrong
Well,
one.
I triggered a mechanism. Close enough.
I'll be honest, I'm missing my door ram right about now.
Your what?
The door ram.
You have a door ram?
Yeah.
Yes.
Used it last session. It was
Indeed.
very helpful, actually.
That. Trying to make sure if that's centered or not.
It's centered, yeah. So it's the middle 9 squares.
The
is what you're doing.
orbs start to undulate and pulse. A wall of force is erected around that square. The mist covering the floor starts to swirl and change.
Is this initiative or no?
Not yet.
Oh, motherfucker, Cloud again.
Good times. It does. Where's damage? I need everyone in that square to make me a Constitution saving throw.
So I'm in the alcove, right?
Oof.
Hal is safe. Boris is safe.
Okay. And
Daigo is safe.
Am I blocked in the alcove, or
You
can
are.
I skirt around?
You are indeed blocked.
Okay. Then I continue to look for a mechanism.
I'm using inspiration.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a much better roll.
Those who did not make a spell save DC of 16 will take half damage. Please update your hit points.
You want to say that again?
What?
The save was 16.
Those who you said you made it sound like those who failed the save take half damage.
Sorry, the obvious other way around. Those who did not make.
Those who made a save DC of 16 take half.
No.
What?
If you rolled a 16 or higher, you take half damage.
Yeah, you made
Yeah,
the
that's
save.
what Peter said.
I'm very confused. I'm gonna keep looking for a mechanism.
A 16 was the save. This green gas is filling up this small cube of force. Let's do this. Let's put this in initiative mode. So go ahead and roll initiatives as well. Let's see how you guys get out of this one. Everybody rolled? Looks like it.
Yep.
Daigo will go with you, Shizuka. Muranaka, as you're coughing this poison gas in this chamber, what do you do? And you're muted.
Sorry, that's my bad.
That's okay.
As everyone was, trying to figure out how to open this thing, talking to this nice lady with the hole in her chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to this bag, so I'm kind of, not really seeing what's going on. But then this whole fireball thing kind of brought me to it. I'm like, okay, Tsunade, I must fight now. I will be back. And just kind of like hook him onto my belt or whatever.
Okay.
And I pull out my longbow, and I'm coughing in this gas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not this crap again. I'm just gonna attempt to shoot at this lady, which I assume is doing this weird cloud thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and break her concentration.
She is not targetable, so roll on just per normal on the thing. Don't try to target. She's just a regular token. As you draw
I just
back,
hit myself.
Yeah, don't target yourself.
there's no need for targeting right now. As you pull out your arrow from your quiver, you take aim, let loose. You see the arrow fly true, striking her on the other side of the chest. How dare you?
No, how dare you! And I'll shoot her with an arrow. Do I roll damage or just...
Yeah, you can roll damage.
Okay, I didn't know if I needed to do that.
Untarget yourself before rolling damage.
He has no one targeted.
Okay.
He's good.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
All right. 10 points of damage as that arrow lodged deep within her unguarded chest. Anything else?
Does this poison air go away?
Oh, absolutely not. You're trapped
And you
in there
said
with
that
it.
There's like a wall of force that's trapping me in.
That is correct.
Okay. So I'm just going to keep shooting my longbow until she lets me out of the poison gas.
Another strike.
Let me out! Let me out!
All right. Another 7 as another arrow lodges into her.
You'll pay for that. You won't save me. I will burn you to the ground. Bask in the blazing lights.
Hal, it is now your
Yeah.
turn.
I continue to look for some kind of mechanism that will do literally anything at this point.
Looking sounds like perception.
Cool. Or searching. I would also be fine with investigate, if that would be better.
Investigate, you could investigate your immediate surroundings.
Okay.
Perception
I will
would
look.
allow you to look about the room.
Okay. I am good with the looking, so I will do the looking.
All right, so here's what you notice in this room. There's apparently an exit that leads out of this room according to the map.
Mhm.
You take a quick glance in that direction. You see nothing. You don't even see a seam within the door. You see this cube of force. You can see Zendra. The cube is again slowly starting to fill, but you can see the arrows sticking out of her chest. You also notice the red and purple undulating lights in the four corners of the room.
Mm-hmm. Boris and Shizuka, if Boris and Daigo can take care of those lights, I think something might happen. I'm not sure what. But there doesn't appear to be an exit here. At least not one I can find.
Well, can't be any worse.
And no, like, arcane markings on the ground at all.
The only
that I can see.
arcane mark that you saw was probably what set off the trap.
In the middle, or where did it appear?
So when magic was cast upon the doorway, it revealed an arcane mark, and then shit went south.
Oh, on whatever, on the where there should be a doorway.
That is correct.
Okay. It, I assume, would have been my action to look around, or was that a
For
bonus
that
action?
level of detail, yes. You would still have
Okay.
a move if you
I-
have movement.
Can't really go. I have tons of movement. I just can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you're
I
pretty-
run in circles for 45 feet of movement.
Yeah, you're pretty
Just
trapped.
like, fucking hell, man. Just everything. And if I can use my bonus action to just try to, like, scrape out some of the whatever the arcane mark on the door was. Otherwise, I'm fine
The
with just
arcane
it
mark
being
is there, but it appears active or dormant, however you want to look at it.
Okay, it's
You're
been
you're
activated.
not
There's nothing
a
active.
mage, so you don't technically understand the inner workings of magic, but you know it has been set in motion.
Gotcha. Okay, that's my turn then.
Shizuka, Daigo.
Okay, so Shizuka is actually going to spend the time looking around.
Okay. So
And-
perception.
Okay, hang on. Perception, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, as you look around the room, you can see this small cube filling up with this green noxious gas. You see Hal across the way trying to scrape at this door and glancing back every so often. You see the arrows out of Lady Stool's chest, and you see the arcane mark, the blast where the fire hit, a reddish, purplish glow.
Mm-hmm.
You have your movement.
She's actually going to cast Produce Flame and just like have it hover over everyone, so like it won't be much, but the gas will be directed toward the flame.
Presumably. And that is a bonus action?
My normal action.
That was perception.
Oh, okay, never mind. What can I do here?
Daigo's kind of scratching at this force wall.
Right.
He cannot get to you.
And at that point, she like commands Daigo to attempt to dispel it.
Does he still have that spell slot?
He has one more left.
Okay.
This is his last one.
You're going to try to dispel the cube. Okay.
The cube.
All right. And spell. What spell slot did he cast it at?
At 3.
Master, I just don't have enough power.
It's fine. And then
What should I do?
go help Hal. Like, go to Hal, see if you can help him.
I can't get to him.
And then in that case, look for something that looks like a switch.
You can roll his perception.
Okay. Oh, he's panicking.
Oh yeah. I don't see anything. Just these lights and gas.
Calm down.
Boris.
So I can hear Hal, right? Through
Yeah.
this thing?
Yes. Sound is not impeded.
All right. Boris is going to tell Daigo to see if there's anything to do with the floating balls in the corner of the room, correct?
Yeah, orbs. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boris is going to tell Daigo and then realize that this might be futile. Then tell Shizuka to tell Daigo to go see if he can do anything about the orbs.
So we'll deal with Daigo's action on his turn, but he's slightly confused. Shizuka, do you relay the message?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. What does Boris do?
Boris is now going to repeat Daigo's action, except at level 4.
What is your target?
The Wall of Force attempting to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
So if it's below level 4, it should just go away. Or it's 4 below, it goes away. 5 and up, I have to DC.
Yep. So roll that DC.
Alright. It's an ability check, correct? Or is it a... Yeah. Alright. Wish me luck. Didn't have luck.
Unfortunately, the wall still stands.
Boris curses to himself and then trots over to the orbs to see if there's anything there and to start investigating.
Even you, Makoto, you would betray me?
It's your turn.
Zuka, do you know Dimension Door?
No.
I have so many fucking options here.
Indeed you do. Nothing but the cool air, the green mist, and the dancing of lights.
Fuck you.
What would you like to do, Makoto?
You know what? I'm gonna do. God damn it! You know what? I'm flipping a goddamn coin.
Okay. The coin says odd.
I'm grabbing Shizuka and casting Dimension Door.
Where are you dimension dooring to? Okay. Muranaka, your friends have forsaken you.
No, they haven't.
He can't say
I still have Haversack.
my one true friend.
My only true friend. I will fight for you.
Makoto, that was your action. Anything else?
Bonus action summoning the Maul.
Duly noted.
And that is my turn.
All right, I think we are...
It's Naz's turn, apparently.
Yeah, he's on the list. However, those still within... one second, my dice disappeared. Boop. I'm gonna need a Constitution save there, Muranaka.
Very well.
The fuck was that?
You made your save, so you will take half damage, 9
Small
points,
person.
as the gas just even more envelops the room. It is your turn.
I'm going to draw another arrow and say, "Why are you doing this?"
You're supposed to help protect the city. I helped you at the cost of my own life, my sanity, my position.
That sounds like a personal problem.
You critical hit!
That sounds like a very personal problem.
As you pull back extra tight on this bow, roll that critical damage.
All right. This is +4.
Nice. You launch another arrow. It finds its mark. 3 now. Buried deep within her chest, her bosom, as blood droplets kind of start to trickle down. The mechanical gizmo in her chest, it starts to kind of half twist and turn.
Mechanical gizmo in her chest, you say?
I did.
Can I aim for that?
You sure can. It's gonna be at disadvantage.
You know what? I got a better idea. I'm gonna grab an arrow from my quiver, run up next to her, and try and jam it in there.
Okay.
Oh my.
Let's do a little bit of dex. You can make your regular longbow sort of attack, but let's apply like a -5 in this instance.
Okay. I have nothing to do with this! So 15.
15. As you jam it within that mechanical contraption that appears to be where her heart once resided. You can hear the kind of the plunge of the arrowhead as it scrapes against metal and finally meets flesh. You've still got it in your hand as you're looking her in the eyes.
Have you no honor?
Not anymore. And I'm going to use my bonus action martial arts to attempt to slam the arrow further in.
Nice. If you're successful, we'll do a bonus damage.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll an attack.
Yeah, you're unarmed or whatever. Strike. Roll it as though it were a critical.
This will be +4.
Nice. And you snap it off. You can hear the gears start to grind up against the shaft and the head as it gives a small little spark. She kind of lunges back.
If Naz were here, he would help me again. Sweet, gentle Naz.
Wait, the guy that explodes things?
Hal, it is now your turn.
So not being able to look and find a way to open this door, I would like to try to specifically search, so investigate for some kind of mechanism over here.
Go ahead. I'll even
That
let you
will
do
do
it
it.
at
Okay.
advantage.
Okie doke.
Whatever this is, it does not give any sense or being as though it were a physical, corporeal type door, if one even exists here. It has to lie in the realm of magic.
And I kick it as hard as I can.
Yeah, you just a little bit of dust and oh, yeah.
Just for shits and giggles.
Oh, you hit this door or wall so hard. Had it been any thinner, you imagine it would just rock on its foundation.
As a note, my unarmed strikes are considered magical.
Indeed, as you kick into it so hard, you chip away part of the wall. It just crumbles and falls in front of you, still not revealing a door.
I was just mad, so I
Oh, absolutely. It's very fitting. Daigo, Shizuka. Daigo, of course, was instructed to investigate this orb.
Mm-hmm. Did he find anything?
Let's do your choice, perception or investigate. Go
I'll
ahead and
probably
roll
give
for
him
him.
another perception.
Okay, roll for him.
Okay. Where is your character sheet? Oh my god, there's two things open.
Master, it's gotta be
Yes?
these.
What is he pawing
He's
at?
at the orb. It's magic.
Alright. And then she's just like, good. Now, calm down. Please.
He's dying.
We'll get him out. Just take a deep breath.
What does Shizuka do?
Shizuka's actually going to take his advice and aim a magic missile at one of the orbs
Okay.
that he pointed out.
3 blasts. 1,
Yep.
3.
1, 2, and 3.
All right.
So-
You don't even need to roll damage as your darts spring forth from your hand, smacking into this orb that was once undulating a red purple. The sound of glass fills the air. It shatters. The wall of force wavers ever so slightly.
And then she looks over Makoto. You got that, right?
Oh, of course I fucking do. That was the plan in the first place. I don't even know why I examined them.
All right. And then that's her turn.
Okay. That brings us to Boris. I think I know what's coming. You are 16 times muted.
Discord is one of the mutes, because we can see that.
Boris? There you go.
I was still muted after trying to unmute the first
I
time.
told you 16 times.
I only tried 15. Are you guessing that Boris is going to try and manipulate the orb before getting frustrated and smacking it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you'd be spot on.
You don't even need to roll to hit. As you examine this glass object, you bring your sword.
Sword with the scabbard on. I'm not gonna damage the sword.
So you bring it down with full force. Glass just shatters everywhere. The wall of force starts to waver. Hal, in front of you, you see kind of a translucent effect upon the exit or entryway.
Oh, fun.
And that brings us to you, Tanaka.
Boris is going to shout to break the other orbs.
Yeah, before you're even doing that, Makoto's already swinging a big fuck you hammer at it.
Break it.
That was the entire reason for me dimension dooring over here.
Indeed. It's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
As you bring the weight of the hammer down, more glass fills the air, falling to the stone below.
Hang on, guys. I have a phone call.
Okay, we'll pause the game while you answer the phone. You bring the hammer down. Glass shatters. The cube of force barely able to hold on. Zendra looks at you, Muranaka. She takes one step forward as you're already within her kind of range there. She reaches out and tries to grab hold of your bow. Let's make an opposed check here. Your choice, athletics
Oh, dang.
and acrobatics. Unfortunately, she does not have the strength to rip it from your hands, but she stares at you deep into your eyes.
This is the coward's way. I want the people to remember me as how I was, not who I'm becoming.
From the corner of the room, Daigo just dashes into the last orb, smashing it into the wall, and has a little yip of pain as some of the glass impacts and is sticking out of his fur and skin. The wall of force drops. The air hangs heavy. The poison mist starts to dissipate. The way forward shows itself. Further down the hall, you hear a slight echoing sound. You. It is about time we meet one-on-one. Meet me in the Grand Library. If you survive the night. As the air hangs heavy overhead, the party will have to steel themselves for what is to come.